my trip. One of the sectors that's been most badly hit on account of the pandemic has been the travel hospitality sector. We're now hopefully emerging out of this pandemic as Omicron numbers come down. Deep, your initial sense of the government spoke about the need to boost services, but your sense of the extent to which the budget does enable a bounce back in the services sector, particularly travel and hospitality?
Yeah, well, if we just focus on our sector of travel and hospitality, there is some relief which has been provided to a much needed sector, clearly a sector which has been ravaged by the pandemic. So I would say the emergency credit line guarantee scheme, the extension of that is welcome. The fact that 50,000 crores is going to be earmarked for tourism and hospitality is welcome. However, we want to see the fine print here. There is some disconnect in terms of what will be the actual increase for the sector. So definitely still trying to get to the fine print out here. Is this an actual increase? The headline is great. It is good news. It is much needed. But let's be very clear. This is very good for the large corporates, the mid-sized corporates who can actually avail of this credit. It's been 2 years of the pandemic. And our sector, as everyone knows, is a very fragmented sector. There are a lot of small players in this sector. I don't think they will have any ability to survive this pandemic if they're not given relief to repay. So I think we would love to see that because they're the ones who've been hit the worst. The others have obviously got the balance sheet to survive. That's one. The second positive I see is definitely the e-passport scheme. A small thing, but it'll go a long way. Eventually, when people can travel overseas, I think it'll be helpful to have e-passports embedded with smart chips. Will make the whole process more convenient, easy the world over. Now developed countries are using that. So something which should have been done. I don't think it's a huge thing, but we have to look for whatever we can get right now. In the same vein, I think we should have looked at visas. We should have definitely looked at visas as Omicron recedes, like you said, and people are willing to come to India. Why wouldn't we have a free visa scheme for a period of time? Not blocking our passports from people for too long, just allowing people to come more easily, whoever wants to come. It just gives the right signal when you want to get people coming in. Because again, let's not forget, within travel and tourism, who's hit the worst are the inbound players. So players who focus entirely on foreign travelers coming to India, they've seen nothing for 2 years and therefore consequently neither have the hotels. Aviation sector has not been mentioned. So unless there's something which was not mentioned, I heard the entire speech, nothing on aviation, which is much needed again, very badly hit, very high fixed costs. So we were definitely expecting some relief out there. Have not got that. Tax rationalization was expected. There is a TCS disconnect out here between foreign players and Indian players. Indian players actually getting disadvantaged if you buy a holiday from them. So hopefully it's been addressed in the fine print again, like I say, but not overtly. And one of the big demands from the industry was why not extend the LTA to cover this scheme? You know, the Prime Minister has said he would like Indians to go and see 15 new destinations over 3 years. Yes, we've lost 2 years in the pandemic, but going forward, if you want to do that, then maybe a tax benefit on the personal taxation side would have given the necessary impetus that is required for people to go and travel more. So the sector overall is actually disappointing.
Okay, we'll slip into a quick break right now.